Preparation. The action or process of making ready or being made ready for use or consideration. The preparation of a draft. The drawing project is in preparation. Art is often made out of our everyday lives. And so in making these drawings, we want to become more aware of our own spaces, the way that the objects around us tell the story of our lives without us ever even trying. We are surrounded by narrative, by these narrative images. And it is these images that we want to first start to notice and then to control and extend the stories. When you find an arrangement of forms that interests you, take some time with the viewfinder. Consider point of view. Notice how the framing changes the way that the objects feel. Notice how it changes them into a picture. Here we're using a phi grid as our viewfinder. Refer back to the dynamic symmetry lecture for an in-depth discussion of using dynamic symmetry grids. At this point, we're just trying out a lot of arrangements. Consider the image in pictorial terms. We want to consider and notice the priority of the visual elements. The elements of line, shape, space, plane, value, color, and texture. Pay attention to each individually, because it is that attention that allows us to make a choice whether to embrace what we see or to change it to something that we like more. It is this conscious choice making that will help you to improve your drawings more rapidly. But also don't stress and keep moving. I like to use what I call the Goldilocks method, which is just considering, is it a little too hot? Is it a little too cold? Or is it just right? For each of our drawing projects, we will be doing studies in preparation. These quick sketches explore various aspects of how a drawing is built and designed. Here, we're going to do a quick master study. To narrow the field when we're looking for a masterwork, we will be restricted to using imagery that is available in the online collections of major world museums. Here we're using the Metropolitan Museum in New York City. I suggest that you start here. Find a work of art that intrigues you. At this point, don't overthink it. Just choose an image that draws your attention, one that you like, and then do a thumbnail sketch of it. Doing a sketch like this slows us down, and we begin to notice more about the image, the ways that the image is put together that are outside the immediate representational aspect, outside of the obvious narrative. It is these visual ideas that we will use as inspiration for our own drawings. Notice that is explicitly not what the masterworks are showing us in terms of the narrative or representationally, but rather the hierarchy and organization of the visual elements, the ideas in the work that are strictly visual.
initial content but by the number of revisions, then of course it's going to be the best source of knowledge eventually. It's still very superficial. You then have to
initial content by the number of revisions, then of course it's going to be the best source of knowledge eventually. It's still very superficial.